What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Back to the vlogs today, and I'm just going to show you guys what I'm currently up to at the moment, where I'm currently living, and yeah, a little bit of a life update really. Obviously we've just been putting out a lot of educational content and stuff recently, but I do like to get the raw stuff in there as well, just to kind of show you guys the real me, the real Chris. So for a lot of you that will probably know me anyway, obviously some of you that maybe follow me on my other platforms, you will know that I am now currently in Bali. So I've been in Bali for about a month now, almost a month now, not quite a month. I'm gonna be staying here for 3 months in total. So I'm gonna be staying here all the way till mid-October before going back to Dubai. So this is the place that I'm living at the moment, and I'm gonna give you guys a little tour, obviously, of the current villa that I'm living in, maybe a little bit of a comparison as to where I was living in Thailand. I know a lot of you guys probably saw my video that I did when I was living in Thailand, the villa I was living in Koh Samui. And I'll give you a bit of a comparison. Transparently, this is not as luxury as what I was living in Thailand, but there are a lot of benefits, I think, to not just this villa, but the location of the villa potentially, and just a kind of generalized reasoning as to why I believe that it's a little bit better here for me personally at the moment. But anyway, still, this is an amazing villa. So show you guys what we're playing with at the moment. I have got myself a little private pool, so I haven't really used it that much. A couple of times just when I've gone for a run in the evening, and then I've come back and I've just had a quick dip in there. I don't quite trust the cleanliness of that pool, because I don't believe that they're really cleaning it that much. I'm not sure, I'm not obviously here when the housekeepers are here, but I don't think they're doing much to that pool. Whereas when I was in Thailand, I was getting my pool cleaned like twice a week properly. So I know that that was a very clean pool. I don't really trust how clean that pool is. So I don't spend too much time in there, but it obviously does look very nice. But it is nice out there. I mean, yeah, this is a nice little kind of touch to have. Interestingly, when I first moved to Bali, I wasn't in this villa. I was actually in a different villa, which was literally just down the road down there. However, I just didn't really feel like it was me. It was a very, very dark villa. Like there was no real like daylight like this. Like, I have to have daylight. Whereas the villa that I was in, I felt like I was in like a little cave. And yeah, it just wasn't that big as well. So I was kind of like, actually, if I'm gonna be here for 3 months, you know, let's see if they've got any upgrade options, which luckily they did. And it didn't really cost me that much money to be able to upgrade to this villa. So I did that quite quickly. And yeah, I'm really happy here. This for me at the moment is a perfect spot for me to live, to work in. And yeah, just enjoying myself. So this is, as I say, the pool. We've got a nice big, we've got our sofa here. Do love a nice sofa just for kind of chilling a little bit in the evenings. And then we've got a nice big TV. The gap between the sofa and the TV, even though the TV's big, is pretty large. So I've actually been watching quite a lot of stuff off my laptop. If I do sit down, which I don't really watch too much, you know, Netflix and stuff, but every now and then. Got a nice kitchen here. So I'll be honest, I haven't made one meal since I've been in Thailand, since I've been in Bali. If you call making a yogurt bowl a meal, then technically I have, yes. But actually I've been using a meal prep company since I've been here, which has been really convenient. It's not even that expensive, but I've been getting 3 meals delivered a day. Yogurt bowl I have before bed, so I've kept that one in there. And then obviously I eat a lot of meals out as well. So the odd snack or thing I ever eat out, obviously if I do have a meal out, I just literally put the meal prep in the fridge and it just kind of rolls into the next day or something. So I've definitely accumulated a few meals that I've not consumed when I've been here. Got my laptop down here, although I don't really do that much work here, but this morning I have been, as I have got a nice little office upstairs, which I'll show you guys now. Got a nice, you know, bathroom here. And then yeah, we kind of head up the stairs here. So let me show you guys what we're playing with. So this place has actually got 2 bedrooms. Obviously, I don't need 2 bedrooms, it's just me. But it has been great to have a little bit of extra space. So this is bedroom number 1, which is what I've been using as my office. Now, for obvious reasons, now I love being able to, you know, look out a window and just have a nice bit of nature whilst I'm working. And this is exactly what I needed. A nice big like windows like this, big panoramic windows like this. Exactly what I wanted. So this is where I've been working. I've got around here, you can see where I've got my mat and stuff. Normally my laptop will be up here. This is a great spot for me, to be honest. I just feel it's nice and closed off. And yeah, this is just a work zone, so I can really focus here and get shit done. So that's where I've been working. And then take you into my bedroom, which to be honest is pretty much exactly the same. We've both got bathrooms, both en suites, which is great. And then obviously here we've got my bedroom. So The reason why this is probably better for a bedroom as well is because you even got a little desk here too, which I haven't had to really use that much, to be honest. But yeah, the reason why this works probably better for a bedroom is because this kind of doesn't have, you know, all the light and the noise, because you kind of got a little road there, which comes in, whereas the other room is a lot better with the light for an office. And then I can obviously use this as just a bit more of a, you know, place where I'm going to be sleeping. So that's where I chose to have one as an office and one as a bedroom. But anyway, this is the villa. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this. In terms of like comparison to what I'm paying for this place, I believe the total cost is about $2,500 US for this per month. And when I worked it out, and that included the upgrade fee as well. I think before it was a little bit less, but then I probably paid about $300 extra a month for the upgrade. Nothing too crazy. But compared to what I was paying in Thailand, which I was probably paying close to maybe like 3,000 US. I don't know why I'm like consulting in US currency when I'm from the UK, but I think a lot of people understand US currency pretty well. So yeah, I mean, obviously living here is a little bit cheaper. I still get pretty much all the same services that I got when I was in Thailand. So I still get people that will come in and clean the villa pretty much every day here. They'll do all my bed sheets, all that kind of stuff. Laundry, I actually don't have to pay a slight extra for that. I have got a washing machine here, but do have to pay a little bit extra for laundry. But pretty much like the same stuff here. All bills were included. So in that money, I'm not paying any additional for like, you know, air conditioning and stuff. And to be fair, in Thailand, I was having to pay a little bit more for some of the bills as well. So I'm definitely paying less in Bali. Obviously, you guys that saw my villa in Thailand, you know, it was probably a little bit flashier than where I'm living now, but that's more of a Thailand villa. That was definitely more of a Koh Samui villa. Whereas like, there's not really that many villas maybe like that in Bali. Not the ones that have got like really big views as well. Obviously with Koh Samui, it's kind of a type of place where like a lot of the bigger villas are up the hills. I don't really feel like there's that type of situation really here in Bali. Obviously there are some amazing villas as well. So in terms of like cost comparison, I actually think Thailand is, you know, a little bit more expensive than Bali, especially for property, especially in Koh Samui as well. I've been told by a few people that Koh Samui is actually a very expensive island, probably the most expensive island in Thailand. But I actually feel like I was probably spending quite a lot of money there to live in that villa. Obviously it was a lovely villa, but it was a lot of money that I was probably spending as well. Not that this is cheap, but I actually feel like the cost here is not too bad, especially where, you know, that is everything included, all my bills, all the cleaning as well, like everything, you know, water, all that kind of stuff. I'm not paying anything extra to be able to have this villa. So I'm actually pretty pleased with that here. The reason why for me now being here works so much better is that I am in a location now which is just so much better for me, and I'm actually kind of just around more like-minded people, and I didn't really feel like I had that in Thailand, if I'm being completely honest. Obviously I had Matt there, my brother, but that was pretty much it. I didn't really have that many other kind of people that I was spending that much time with. I met a couple of guys out there which were really cool, but I just feel like where I am here in Canggu in Bali, there are a lot of nomads, coaches, people here that I've been able to connect with and just enjoy spending time with. And just the location of this villa is a lot better for me as well. So one thing I really felt in Thailand, which is one of the reasons why I left, especially why I left that villa, is whilst it was amazing for the first couple of weeks, I got to the point where I was literally up this massive hill, very kind of isolated in a bit of solitude, which just over time just wasn't good for my mental health. I felt like there were some days where I wasn't even getting out because I was like, it's almost like too much effort to be able to like go into the main part of Koh Samui. You know, all great having an amazing villa, but not great when you live on your own and you're just there and you're kind of doing all your business all the time, speaking on Zoom calls, but you're not having that human connection as much. And I think that's one thing that Thailand is great for, because when I've been in Thailand before, even when I went to Phuket for a few days, it is about having a real outdoor life. You can go out, you can meet people so easily. So I made a big mistake by probably putting myself and tucking myself so far away from everything, because I wasn't able to really enjoy what Thailand I think is really great for. So that was the thing. So that's why I made sure that when I came here in Canggu in Bali, I made sure that the location of where I was staying was really in the mix of everything. I wanted to be in the center. I wanted to be right by everything so that I could get around, I could see people, I could speak to people, I could just be part of things. And that's exactly what I've done since I've been here. I've been able to just, you know, jump on my bike and literally be out in Canggu, in the center of Canggu, in just a couple of minutes. Even if I wanted to go for a walk, again, I can be in some of the main parts of Canggu in a very, very short amount of time. So I definitely feel like this is better situated for where I want to be at this current moment in time. I feel like I'm kind of just in an overall better mindset from just being in a bit more abundance, and a bit more around people and a bit more in like-minded people that I've been able to kind of connect with and enjoy myself since being out here. So this villa, for me at the moment, if I was to kind of have to make a decision between, whether I wanted to spend my time in Koh Samui versus Bali, I would definitely pick Bali simply because of the environment that I think that it kind of offers from being here. Not that I don't like Koh Samui, because I think it's an incredible place I will absolutely go back to, but I think to actually live and be able to, grow a business, I think, you have to have a little bit more than just a nice scenery, nice beaches, all that kind of stuff. You want to feel like you're able to really operate at the highest of levels and be in a very kind of almost competitive environment, or at least around people that are, also on a similar hustle to yourself, which is what I feel like Bali kind of offers. So anyway, as a life update, guys, that is pretty much what we're doing right now. So I'm going to be spending the next, as I say, like 2 more months here at this current moment. I love it here. There are a couple of things that I feel like potentially would stop me from spending my entire life here. One being the time zone. It is very, very awkward when you have a business that's set up in the UK and you are trying to communicate with people, and obviously not just like clients or potential clients, but also my team members as well. I know Matt obviously lives in Thailand, but there are just other considerations to make as well when it comes to, being here full time. I just think that like being in a time zone that is 7 or 8 hours in front of the country that realistically is where our business is pretty much set, it is a very difficult thing to be able to manage. Sometimes I'm up here till like, 1 a.m. doing calls, which again, I don't have a massive issue with. I love my business, but sometimes you don't want to be, you can't switch off. You're constantly just thinking, right, okay, I've got some calls and stuff this evening. It makes it hard to be able to really enjoy it, which I think is a big reason why a lot of people don't come to Bali, and especially don't live in Bali when they have got a business that's very much set up in a, European time zone. Or a lot of people do what potentially I do, is they'll come to Bali and they'll spend some time here, but they won't like fully live here. It's more of a kind of downtime place, or a place they just want to come for a few months and then kind of leave. And that's pretty much the way that I would set things up as well. I also feel like Bali probably just lacks a little bit of basic infrastructure that maybe just I'm a little bit precious, where I feel like I just want things quickly, like Amazon Prime, or if I just, want certain things that I want to be able to just order something, even some clothes or some trainers or just something, right? And I feel like Bali doesn't quite have that ability. I even felt like Thailand was actually a little bit better than that. They had a few apps and stuff that I felt like you could use to get things, but I haven't really come across that in Bali. Maybe I haven't looked hard enough. I just feel like it's a very, not isolated island, because obviously it's an incredibly popular island, but I just feel like with the kind of the way that it is, it's not really got like, massive cities close by, or, obviously with Thailand, you've got Bangkok, you've got places like Phuket and stuff. I don't feel like necessarily Bali has the same type of vibe. And maybe I might be wrong. Obviously, I don't know enough about this place to be able to make that decision, but that's just what my gut tells me. So realistically, I still probably had like one of the most experimental years I've ever had. Been in so many different places. I've obviously enjoyed living in Thailand. I was in Dubai at the start of the year. Now I'm in Bali, obviously in the UK last month. Had a good time in the UK as well. So it's obviously just given me a chance to like really reflect on where I want to be, what I want to do. What is it that I really feel like is important to me at this current moment in time? And I think that's been really great. I don't regret any decision that I've made this year, and moving and selling all my stuff and, going on a bit of a travel, almost like finding myself a little bit and almost just figuring out what it is I really want and where I want to be. And I feel like I've probably come to that conclusion now after, doing what I've done. And that is realistically, I am turning 30 this year in November, so not even that long now. And I just feel like for me now, I almost want to not completely settle, but I just want somewhere that I can have a little bit of basic stability, almost like have a home, right? If I want to go and do some traveling, I can go and do some traveling, but I just want a home. I want somewhere that I can leave my stuff and just call a home and build out a home for myself, have my own office. And after assessing and being all these different places, I'm gonna go back to where I probably started this entire journey on, which is Dubai. And I feel like that is still the place for me where I wanna be spending my time. I feel like having looked and assessed in all the areas, I think Dubai ticks the most boxes on business, social, financial, I'm trying to think what other areas that you would kind of want to like improve on, but like everything really that I would feel like I need, but I think that Dubai probably still just tops it from my opinion. And I think that for me at the moment, what I'm probably decided that I'm gonna do is when I do go back to Dubai in October, find somewhere to live, probably take out home there again, like a 12-month home, and like actually like make sure I build something out that I can stay in and potentially stay in for this next 3, 4, 5 years, obviously whilst doing like other bits of traveling and stuff as well. The time zone that's another consideration. The time zone, obviously again, Dubai time zone is great for UK because it's kind of just in front to the fact where like you can get that little edge in the morning where you can do some work, but then you're not doing calls super late because it's only 3 or 4 hours. So it just kind of ticks all the boxes. Obviously, it's a very first world place now. Amazon Prime is literally, you order something in Dubai and you've got it by the end of the day. So it's even quicker than the UK sometimes. So it is from a business perspective, which for me is one of my highest values. Like I really want to reach my full potential within my career, and I absolutely feel like FitLab can go to the moon, and I want to be in the best place possible where I can do that, and I can, you know, service our clients and do it the best that I possibly can, be the best leader to my team, and just be able to operate at the highest of levels. And I think for at least sort of 8 months of the year, 9 months of the year, Dubai is going to be the place that I feel like I can really do that and get the most out of things. So guys, that is a life update for you. I will be trying to get some more content out whilst I am out here in Bali as well, of course, to keep the channel nice and fresh. Got a big content shoot that I'm going to be doing next weekend with one of my friends here. So looking forward to getting out some more content for that as well. But as always, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the update. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure you smash the like button, make sure you subscribe for future videos. And as always, I will catch you in the next one.